Hello, Emma. Good afternoon. Lovely to see you.
Hi, Sophie.
Thank you very much for joining me today on the next instalment of RIMU Reflections. For anybody listening, I would like to introduce Emma Kisby from Face2Face Maidenhead. Emma, perhaps start by telling us about your business and what you do.
I am, yes. So, as you say, I'm Emma Kisby and I run Face2Face Maidenhead, and which is actually a digital platform. It's a website for Maidenhead. So, it's sharing
Yeah.
all the good stuff about Maidenhead. So, it's primarily a business directory. And when I set it up, it was all about the faces behind the business, and we showcase the businesses with Q&As. Some have got videos, and it's like what I call an little editorial for every business. So it's a full page for every business on there. um,
Nice.
it's evolved a lot since lockdown, really, because lots of people, because it started before lockdown, and then after lockdown, lots of people were asking what was going on in the area. So I've managed to kind of create this hub for Maidenhead with what's on guides as well and blog posts, and it's just a one-stop shop for all things Maidenhead.
Excellent. And that's not the only part of your business, is it? You
It
do other things.
isn't. It isn't. So yeah, it is quite a long one. But when I'd started the business directory, I wanted to see what value I could give to the directory members. What more could I give to them? A friend of mine was doing networking, and we'd discussed doing networking sessions together. Um, but kind of as I reflected, I thought this is something that I really need to do on my own, and it's part of the face to face. So 3 years ago, I started my first. Well, I set up the first networking session in person, so offline, and I've been doing them ever since. So I use different venues around Maidenhead, and it's a mix of different business owners that like to come
Um,
along.
Yeah, and for anybody listening, they're brilliant. So I
Oh,
highly
thank
recommend
you.
testing them. Obviously, I've been to a couple. You've been very kind to invite me to speak at a couple as well.
That's
So yeah, so super exciting to yeah, really good. So for anybody listening, definitely worth checking out. Um,
thing.
so obviously, you're explaining what you do now, but tell us a little bit about your career path. So how did you get to where you are today?
Yeah, so my background is English creative writing, so it was always going to be there. When I was at school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I'd done a bit of journalism work experience, and I thought that was the path that I wanted to go down. But
Yeah.
in the back of my mind, I couldn't put my finger on what it was that I wanted to do. And then I actually fell into healthcare randomly. So I've done lots of training, and I'm actually a qualified MVQ assessor, very random qualifications that I've got. And I did that for quite a number of years. And my last role was an area trainer for a large private healthcare company. But I've been blogging for years. I've been doing it for probably about 15 plus years. So it was always a bit of a hobby, a bit of a sideline.
Yeah,
I've done freelance writing, quite self-taught with SEO. Things have changed an awful lot. Um,
hugely. Yeah, hugely over 15
hugely.
years. Mm.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. With social media, with that coming in, that was quite, to me, it was quite a new thing. And then how I was working with brands through social media, through Instagram, and then sort of learning where kind of the website sits. So I do have a blog. It's called All She Loves. I've had it since I went back off maternity leave when I was working at my previous role. I set that up, and that's when I started to kind of have local businesses reach out to me. So on the back of that, and I was quite unhappy in my role, that's when I decided that I was going to sort of focus on something local for
Excellent.
Maidenhead.
No,
Yeah.
that's brilliant. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you. So thank you for sharing.
Ah, there you go.
That's great. So what do you enjoy most about your role?
I love the fact that because I'm very creative, it's something that I have created from scratch. And I love that. I love kind of looking at, and I'm always pulling it apart and picking it to pieces and then thinking, does it look professional? Does it? But it is something that has come from nothing, and it's something that
Yeah.
I've created. And I love that. And I love how diverse my role is, my days are. I've also started podcasting as well. I've been doing that for a year.
Wow.
talk to
Gosh.
lovely people like yourself, and you've obviously been on mine as well. And just all the different things that all the doors that it's opened. I've met lots of local people. I'm connected quite well with a lot of local people, local businesses. Just yeah, it's been amazing. It's been quite unexpected, really. But
Excellent.
yeah, I do enjoy it.
Excellent. That sounds good. And I guess on the flip side, what do you enjoy least about your role?
Oh well, just being self-employed has got its its own, yeah, absolutely. It's, chasing invoices and all that sort, all that side of things, and the stress of working on your own as a solopreneur. It can be quite stressful, and it can be, you have the days where, oh, the mindset and everything. But
Yeah,
it's,
I can relate and understand that one for sure, but the highs definitely overtake the
you
lows.
have the highs and the lows. It's not
Yeah.
like that every day. Yes.
I was liken it to a roller coaster that you kind of had really good high days and then kind of you go whoosh down the other side. So
Yes. Yeah, yeah. I saw something on Instagram. Somebody was saying, "Oh, some days you're just crying in your car and you're doing this, and you just reach out for help." And and that's the thing. It's the community. It's the help. It's reaching out and talking to people. So that
definitely.
balances it all out.
Yeah, no. And I think that the small business community actually was one of the biggest surprises and learnings that I had when I first started working for myself. So yeah, I can resonate with that. Describe yourself in 5 words.
Describe myself in 5 words. Well, already said that I'm creative. I always put that top, and I've always known that about myself. Something that I've learned very recently is that I'm restless, which isn't always a good thing, but that
Yeah,
kind of explains a lot why I'm kind of always trying new things and what's the next thing, what's around the corner, what can I do next. Um, I'm very caring, and I think that is from my previous roles that when I've worked in healthcare, and that shows through when I'm working closely with other small business owners, and I'm all about kind of working with people and collaborating. I'm quite reflective. I would say at one time I would have said I'm quite shy, but I'm getting so much better now that I'm hosting networking, and I'm kind of overcoming that. And I meet people for coffee, and some people I've never met before. And I'm walking into coffee shops not knowing who I'm meeting. And at one time I'd never would have done that, but I'm getting better.
excellent.
But I am an overthinker.
Yeah.
So I overthink absolutely everything. So again, it's good things and not so good things.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. It's good to have a balance on these things.
Mm,
The strengths in it, in everything that you mentioned there. So, and the
yeah.
curiosity, I definitely overlap with you on that one for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Learning and AI obviously is one of the biggest trends we're seeing at the moment. I think everybody kind of felt a bit like that when GDPR came out in May 2018. I think everyone was kind of
Yeah.
really worried about it, really cautious, and then kind of we got over it. And I think AI is
And
the
I
next
was training it in my training days as well in inductions. So yeah, we kind of, it moves on. It moves very quickly as well.
sure. Yeah, no, definitely. So
Yeah.
tell me something that we might not know about you.
Oh, do you know, I've seen these questions. I don't know if anyone's actually asked me this question before. But I find it quite hard because I kind of think I am quite an open person. I do talk a lot about myself and what I do. Having said that, I've just told you something that you didn't realise,
Yeah,
so you
sure.
don't know.
Yeah, you may already have answered it, to be
Uh,
fair.
yeah, and I'm not one of these that's had a really exciting life either. It's not like I've traveled the world or I can speak 10 languages. I don't know, the one thing I maybe people don't know is that amongst like sort of corporates and working in healthcare and doing, my freelance stuff, I actually in my late 20s, my first business, I was a childminder. I ran my a childminding business, and I did that only for a short period of time. That was my first taste of running a business. So this isn't the first time I've done this. So
Excellent. Yeah.
obviously very different.
Well,
But
I didn't know that you were a childminder.
no, I
That
don't talk
answers my
about that a lot.
question.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the one learning you would tell your younger self?
I would probably say don't hold back. I mean, I mentioned shyness because I was very shy, and I was very confidence isn't something that comes naturally to me, and I was worse when I was younger. I'm getting better as I'm getting older. So
Hmm.
I would say just don't hold back. Don't say no to things because you're too scared to do it. So
Yeah.
that's definitely what I'd say. Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that's great advice. I think,
Mm.
yeah, I think somebody once gave me some advice and kind of literally kind of take every opportunity. So
Yeah,
I think when you're younger, it can be quite daunting sometimes, can't
it
it?
can. You
Mm,
can. I mean, you can get young people who are just raring to go and they're up for anything. But I was the complete opposite, and I kind of look back and I feel a bit sad that I was like that. I just wish that I wasn't afraid to do things. But
that's
yeah,
good
the
advice.
way it was.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What tip would you give someone wanting to do what you do? So if somebody's looking to perhaps kind of set up a networking group or a directory or a blog even, what kind of
Yeah, with three very different things there as well. So with the networking, I would just say just do it. I mean, I would say put it out there. And I see other people running events, and I've actually kind of spoken to people about their events. And it might not be networking, it might be courses that are running. And it's like, just keep putting it out there. So obviously, set your date. Don't ask people. Just set your date. You tell them when it's going to be. You
yeah,
decide. You get your venue. Get all that sorted. Obviously, you might need to discuss with people kind of timings and things that are suitable. But once you set all that, you decide, you're in charge,
yeah,
you're running it. And I think my training background really comes in handy for me running events, actually, because I can manage the room. So it's all about kind of being able to do that, but also just putting it out there. The first time that I ran my networking, that was the first time I ever did a face to camera on Instagram, a reel, and I just said, we're going to be networking here, da, 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 da. And I did this time lapse of where we were going to be, like this is what it looks like, this is where we're going to be. And I couldn't show what the networking was going to look like because I'd never done it before. But you have to give that kind of, it's almost like the FOMO of like, you need to be here. So I would say just keep putting it out there, keep it out there, get those tickets sold. With the business directory, mine's a little bit, I don't know if it's how unique it is, but it's a little bit different to a Yellow Pages classified type listing. But yeah, again, just sort of my format's very different, it's quite unique. But if you want to set up a directory, make sure that you've got your platform set up, and then
yeah,
reaching out to businesses, maybe kind of look at Google ads and things. I mean, I'm very local, and I've got that community and I've got the connections and people know who I am. And I'm actually, touch wood, the only website for Maidenhead doing this. There's lots for the counties, Berkshire, Bucks, but there's none just for here. So far, she says. I do have a market here, but yeah, do your research and just see if there's a need for it.
yeah,
And then what was the other? Blogging.
yes,
Blogging is, yeah, I mean, it's changed. It's different now, isn't it? Everybody's on social media.
yeah,
So, um, everyone blogs there. Everyone seems to blog on Instagram. I don't call it
yeah,
blogging, but it's really quite dated. But yeah, so it's all about moving with the times. Are
yeah,
people looking at websites and reading blog posts? I
yeah.
like to think that they are.
I think they are. I think they
I
are. From
mean,
what I see, I think they do. Yeah,
and obviously AI is pulling, so yeah,
yeah,
there's a pay place for them. So
yeah.
yeah,
No doubt AI is changing that platform too, but I think authentic content where you're sharing wisdom and useful tools and being authentic about what you're doing, I think there's still very much value for that.
and also if you've got a website, even if it's not just a blog, I mean, you'll know yourself working in marketing, have a blog on there because SEO and also your AI agents, they like updated content constantly. It's like, oh, that's an active website.
Yeah,
So, and obviously you're giving value as an expert as well. So it's showing that you are, your credentials and things as well. So but yeah, no, blogging, that yeah, there is a place. So I get this kind of, is that I'm reading my blog because they're all on Instagram, but yeah,
yeah.
we do that because your Instagram account might disappear. You never know, might get taken down one day.
You never know. I see shout outs quite frequently with people saying, "Oh, Meta's shut off my Facebook page and my Instagram account, and I can't talk to anybody." And so
Yeah.
of course,
Have alternatives, absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So awesome. And then my last question for you: what are some of the challenges that you see facing small business owners, maybe in the next sort of 6 to 12 months coming up?
Ooh. I mean, we mentioned AI, and I think that is one that's a lot of business owners do find challenging because
Yeah,
it's something that's come around. It's not a new thing, but it's all of a sudden moving very quickly, and it's everywhere, and it's something that we need to embrace. But some business owners kind of might feel a bit afraid of it or a bit confused. They might just think, oh, it's chat GPT, but it's not. It's other things as well. So it's useful for tools, but I think that those that are just scared of it or not quite sure what it is, that's definitely a challenge.
yeah,
Um, I think also sort of mental health as well. It can affect people. So I think that's quite challenging for small business owners, just sort of working these things out, and it can affect them mentally. So
yeah,
that's definitely a challenge.
yeah.
Also,
Sure.
it depends on your business as well. I mean, we've got, if you're a shop on the high street, you're going to have different challenges to somebody like myself. So
True.
you might have the economic challenges, things that are going on. You might have social trends where people are not shopping on the high street, they're shopping online, they're not going
Yeah,
into town anymore.
yeah,
So financially, rents, all that kind of thing. So they're going to face
yeah.
different challenges as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think there's if we look at the kind of the more macro landscape, there are definitely lots of changes happening at the moment, but still very much place for more independent boutique hotels. Well, hotels, but
Oh
also
yeah.
I think there is yeah, lots
I
of
would rather shop in a independent over a chain, and even if I go onto our high street, and our high street is famous for, not being quite non-existent at the moment. We're having our shopping centre being ripped down, so we're going to be
yeah,
going through a lot. So the businesses there are going to be facing an awful lot of challenges, some having to move out and find somewhere alternative or move online.
yeah,
So it depends on where you are as well, and the location, that makes a huge difference. I mean, if you don't have a lot of competition, you live in a small village and that's the only shop that everyone's going to, then you're
hmm,
going to get footfall.
yeah.
But then if
Brilliant.
you go online, you've got to show up as well.
No, definitely. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Emma. It's been lovely talking to you. If anybody would like to get in touch with you, what's the best place for them to do that?
So it's hello at face-to-face maidenhead.co.uk, and it's Emma Kisby. I'm on all the socials, so lots of people DM me, so they can use Facebook Messenger, Instagram, or LinkedIn. I'm Emma Kisby on LinkedIn.
Lovely. Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me today. It's been brilliant to hear all about your business journey.
Thank you.
And yeah, we look forward to catching up again soon.